Hello, this is Unwrapped and I'm your girl Hellen. You're joining me from Athens Sports Cafe. Today my guest is J Rox. We all know him, but they came with a bang, group Zone Farm. Then he's doing solo and doing great things. You can call him a rapper or a dancehall artist. I kind of put him in both places, depends on where you put him. I'll be chatting with J Rox on the other side. Welcome back. So I mentioned that I'll be chatting with a dancehall hip-hop artist, J Rox. J Rox, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I don't know why I haven't had you all this time on this show.
Yeah. It's. I've just been seeing like different people coming through, and I'm like, when is this going to happen? But it's good to be here today.
Yeah. J Rox, I would like to know a little bit about your background. I know you've talked a lot about your mother. You've sung about your mother. Did you just grow up with your mother, or you also? Was your father?
Yeah, my father walked out on my mom when I was still in the womb, so I was raised by a single parent, and at some point I had a stepfather that never stayed for long in our life, so he died. So I grew up with my mother.
Okay, yeah. Are you alone in the family?
No. I'm the oldest of three. I have two younger siblings.
Okay, nice.
Sisters.
Where did you grow up from? Within Lusaka?
Yes, I grew up between Charleston and Avondale. Villawanga, Charleston, Avondale.
Yeah.
Just those, yes.
How was it growing up with just your mother? And how was firstly, before I even go into that, your school life? You were in Charleston, Avondale, so was your school around there?
Yes. My school was in my neighborhood. I went to Charleston Basic. I did nursery in Daveni in Avondale, then went to Charleston, and then went to Munali, then went to Kablonga. Yeah, so Kablonga Boys, yes.
Where did you move from Munali to?
I used to be very naughty, so I remember not writing my mock exams, and my mom just gave me like this. She gave me this weird ultimatum to say, if you don't make a plan to write this mock exam, and it's impossible for you to go and start begging a government school to say I would like to write because I was absent. She just told me it's either you find another school or you go to the farm. So I decided to get my older brother, who used to be a Kablonga Boys, I asked him to see if he could, try and help me get a place. So I moved from Munali to Kablonga.
But why did you miss the mock exams?
Yeah, I was playful. Munali wasn't a good school for me. I had friends that just wanted to play basketball and stay out of class, so I found myself with the wrong people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
which was a different situation when I went to Kablonga Boys.
So you had to.
I had to switch up. Yeah. So I moved in term 1, grade 11. To Kablonga Boys, yeah.
Nice. At least you managed to finish.
Yeah. At least I managed to finish, and I got my school stuff right. So.
What did your mom say when you told her, "Oh, okay, I'm going to Kablonga Boys"?
She just told me as long as you get the place, and I remember as a form of punishment, she didn't give me transport for like I think 3 weeks. So I was just figuring out my way to Kablonga Boys, which was crazy, but it's memories that I usually rush down to and just make me smile. She was very tough, but very loving at the same time.
Okay. We'll continue chatting on the other side, but this time I want you to pick any music video of yours that we can show right now.
All right. I've done like videos.
Too many videos.
But as of right now, I think I'm going to pick Back Them because it's new. There's some people that haven't seen it, so we'll pick Back Them for now. Yeah.
Nice. Let's check out J Rox with Back Them.
That girl back them, that girl back them, that girl back them, that girl back them, back them, back them, back them, back them, back them, back them. Paka nigga get it. Paka nigga get it. Coco, skin just like Coco. Coco, skin just like Coco. Back, Coco. Bag, go. Hey DJ, play the jam master J. Like a man patumba, there's a one boss ale. Hey, big. Who you see case? Fuck a dancing moon to want to pick your people, clear up that dance floor. Hey, Lico, it's my baby bad dancer. She a move, she a slide, no manta. When she put her leg down as a thunder. That gal, 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 that gal back them, that gal back them, that gal back them, that gal back them, back them, back them, back them, back them, back them, back them. But a nigga get it. But a nigga get it. Coco, skin just like Coco. Coco, skin just like Coco. Bag, Coco. Bag, Coco. Hey DJ. Need to get a man miss right like a guy that cannot shoot. Somebody want more lolo better not mute. A bad boy better right cute. She better be ZRA, better no duty. Turn it up, back a belly muted. The way I gone this man better find beauty. When we turn up belly mully coot. If a yes, we in the mully mood. We hold it down like a short tooth. Young-ish in the place, that gal. Let me hear a drum play.
Welcome back. So that's J Rox with Back Them. What does the song say? Because it's like back them. You can barely hear the lines.
Yeah, it's that girl back them. You know, so she's on point. Like wherever she goes.
That girl. You actually say that girl.
That girl bags them. Like bags them is more almost like it's like she's killing it. Like she's killing everyone. Like not killing it in a bad sense, but like she's looking good. She's feeling herself. She can move.
Yeah.
So she's bagging them.
Nice.
And I just decided to bring it back because it's in between like dancehall and house. So I wanted to do something very different with this.
Nice. Okay, so you talked about growing up with just your mother. Did you at some point ever question why your dad wasn't in your life? Did you ever ask your mother such questions?
Yeah, when I was young, because after my dad moved, and then after some time my mom got married. Mm-hmm. So when I was young, my stepdad was my dad. So when he passed, for the longest time I was just thinking, okay, this is my dad. Yeah. And then at some point my mom sat me down and had this conversation with me to let me know about my biological dad. And growing up as a child, you have a lot of, your mind is just in a different place. You see your friends come into school with their fathers. Yeah. Your friends are doing certain activities with their fathers that you didn't get to do. So I was a bit confused. But then I also started just understanding, that I wasn't the only one that went through a situation like that. I had friends of mine that were raised by a single parent. And the weirdest thing is that most of my friends from back in the day are friends that had a similar situation as mine. So what we did is that we embraced our circle and just said, you know what, we're okay. So growing up, my mom gave me more closure on what exactly was happening and the type of man that my dad was. And then at a later stage, after I got done with school, I gave him a call and we had a discussion. Nice. which was very, very awkward. And but yeah, I think me and my dad have only spoken like for a short space of time in my life. It's better like that. Yeah. Okay,
so you being a parent, what has that told you? Because I know you have two beautiful kids. What has that taught you?
Growing up without a father and seeing that space, because I had to learn how to become a man. When you're raised by your mother will do everything, but there's certain things that a boy goes through that require a man to, to give you guidance. So I never had that. So the decision I made was to just make sure that I'm there for my kids, to give them that side that I never experienced. So I'm very much present in their lives. I try by all means, even with my busy schedule, to find time for them, get to do certain activities that I never got to do. So we have like a lot of things that we do. I play a lot of games with them. We go out, we go watch movies. We try and see, we're always thinking of different ways of creating fun.
You're married to the mother of your kids?
Yes.
We've seen her head. She's the one in your autopilot.
Yes,
the
yes,
main
yes.
lady in autopilot.
She's the one in autopilot. Like, yes, me and her have been through a lot of things, you know. So that's the one.
How long have you been together?
We've been together for a long time. You know, and men are terrible when it comes to counting. I really don't want to give like years here, and then I go back home like, no, it's not.
No,
but we've been together for years, like for
Yeah.
a lot of. It all started as just two people seeing each other, and then kaboom, things started happening, and then people appeared in our picture,
Yeah.
and now we're together.
People always look at your style and they wonder where you buy your clothes. You have this unique kind of dressing. Tell us where it comes from.
Okay, so you know, when it comes to my clothes, she's a fashion designer, so she's always experimenting on me. So I told her some time back. I told her, I'm like, you know what? If you ever have like any crazy things that you want to try out, just let me wear them and go out there. You know, wear them on stage.
Yeah.
I really don't care what people say when it comes to the fashion side of things, and that's the reason why if you go back and you see the performances I've done and the things that I've done, you know, a lot of people say, no, you know, it's not as fresh, it's very edgy. I like that because for me, my understanding is the talent is very raw inside. So if I go and sharpen the outside to the point where they're not connecting, then I'm not being real with myself, because that's what a lot of people are. Like, they're very raw on the inside but try to come out different on the outside. I feel like the inside should be the same with the outside. So she dresses me, and I like almost everything she does.
Nice. Okay, so this is something that I know you have probably talked about so many times, but I would love to hear from you again. Zone Farm, what was the major reason for the split? Was it just the matter of, because I want to try out my talent on my own? Or there's a lot of stories obviously surrounding your split because people didn't see it coming. What happened?
Now you see, I'll probably have to sit down one day and write a book about Zone Farm and everything, so we can give more closure to the people.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons, I wouldn't like to speak for the other guys, but I think I can speak for myself. I just felt like my life was progressing in a different space, and I needed to stand as a man to be able to give my kids extra. You know what I mean? And the group at the time, you know, we had a lot of things going on and having different pressures. You know, I felt like my pressure was a bit more, and I needed to stand on my own, and that's the reason why I decided to do my personal, my solo career. And I do not regret standing on my own, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm my own person. You know, everyone is an individual. So if we focus and just sit down and do things as a group, so many times you find I'll find myself struggling to sort out certain bills. Yeah. You know, and I couldn't be in that place. You know, so I had to make the move.
Okay. So this is what I noticed when you were in Zone Farm. You could notice all these guys have talent. They can all flow, and then, but what we didn't see was, I don't know, the beast that was actually in you that just came out when you stood out alone. We saw the dancehall side of J Rox.
Yeah.
We saw some. Did you ever sometimes felt like you were being, you know, like, because you can't do what you want to do because you have to.
You know, being in a group, you have only 12 lines to your name on a song, so you just have to write like 12 lines, which limits you. So I had a problem with telling my stories to the fullest, and I grew up in a house that, in an environment that had a lot of reggae music. So as a group, it was a hip hop group. So that side of me could not, you know, manifest or anything because we were hip hop guys, and I really liked the hip hop and stuff. But reggae and dancehall has been a part of me for the longest time. So when I decided to stand on my own, I wanted to be true to myself and do something that I felt like came natural to me. And that's the reason why my music is more reggae, dancehall, and then the hip hop is just there, like something that I can add on top, you know, because I'm able to do it. So it was difficult to express yourself fully. Yeah.
Okay, so when I look at the music side of things, and I'm thinking, okay, this is J Rox doing things, and they left the group Zone Farm. What can you tell me, Zone Farm? But I can see you guys are still friends, so you didn't fight, you still hang out, you support each other.
No. I'm all about positivity. The guys are about positivity too. So we're friends. We sit down, we talk about life issues. We're there for each other when we have problems. But we just can't get in studio and record a song, you know. But we're still friends. We maintain that because the friendship that we've had is not just a friendship that you create like in a short space of time. We've been friends since high school, you know. So you keep such friends, you know, because those are the type of friends that understand you.
Nice. Okay. This note, we take another break, then we'll continue chatting.
Okay.
Alrighty. So just stay tuned. I'm still chatting with Jay Rox. Welcome back. So J Rox, we like to play games when we talk.
Yeah.
There's a game we call Crush Unwrapped.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll give you 3 names, and whatever I ask you, just pick from these 3 names.
Okay.
Do you know Tintin, the model?
Yeah.
Yes. Salma.
Yeah.
Petita Mwanza.
Yeah.
In another life, this is just a game. Who would you have a crush on? You have to pick name. We don't allow you to leave without picking a name.
Yo. So now I'm just thinking. I like Salma.
Date.
Who would I date?
Yeah.
Tintin.
Marry.
Do I still go? I can still pick someone that like probably. Yo, these are my friends, you know, and now I'm just trying to picture what's going on. Like, yo, how well do I know my friends? Yeah. You know, there's. I really don't want. I'd like to have like explanations, but okay.
No, don't worry. Just give us a name.
Okay, Petita.
Okay, nice. Okay, so we move on. Just tell us exactly what you are working on. Your album.
Yeah.
Outside the Rocks 2?
I have Outside the Rocks 2 that came out on the 4th of June that I will be launching on the 18th of August. It's a different type of show. It's the first time I'm launching an album. It's poetry.
The first time you're launching an album?
Yes.
You didn't launch Outside the Rocks?
No. I never got to launch Outside the Rocks 1 because I felt like I wasn't ready to present a very on-point show. So now I'm able to tell a story on stage, you know. So what we're doing on Saturday is not just a performance where you have an artist standing and just, you know, have people listening to the music. We're doing theater meets poetry and music, telling one story. So we're telling a story of this young girl.
Okay.
So it's an experience. It's not just a performance. It's way beyond music. And then also the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to use my platform to help people. So I've identified some orphanages that I'm going to be collecting food stuff for and educative books. And this is not just something that I'm doing just for the launch. It's something, it's become a part of me now. I want to try and see how many people I can help before I die. So that's the focus and that's the space that I'm in right now.
Okay, I know your albums usually have like one story to tell. What's the major story in Outside the Rocks 2?
Okay, so Outside the Rocks 1 was self-discovery. This is me telling people to say you need to discover yourself. Okay. You know, the young people, it's more focused on young people, and when it does talk about or talk to the older ones, it's telling them they need to allow us and give us a chance to prove ourselves right. You know, we need to start looking at love in a different way. When it gives hope to love, it gives a young person out there a different type of mindset, a mindset that will get them to get up and try and start fixing and finding solutions for the economy and not point at anyone. Because as long as we point, nothing will change. We'll keep on pointing. So it's more focused on a new society, a society that does not have boundaries, a society where you're able to go to your neighbor's gate and knock and find out if they have anything to eat.
Yeah.
you know, and I feel like that's the society that God created us to be in. And we are not exercising any of these things because of individuality.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, this time I want you to pick another music video for any other artist as long as it's Zambian.
Okay, so I'm going to pick Tim's Heartbeat featuring Pompey.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. Let's check out Tim with Heartbeat.
Gorgeous in the face, a diamond in the soul, a heart full of faith, and a mind full of gold, babe. Together forever, I assure you. My baby, my queen, I adore you. My world, that's all you. This song, that's for you. You can blush, let those eyelashes clap for you. Beauty behind the maker. So in love with your maker, you make me better. Sunshine ukaseka, songatenere naye wenaine ni mameka. Hey, walking Proverbs chapter 31. The type to look 21 at like 81. You make me such a better person, but you still remain my better version.
My heartbeat, semunangoma, nikakuona. Chalo achipanga beta, beautiful, uzibe suliweka. Not at all, my heartbeat.
Welcome back. So that was Tim featuring Pompey with Heartbeat. I love that song. Okay, so we've come to the end of the program. I hope you've had fun.
Yeah, this has been nice. It's very different from the interviews that I've had in my life.
That's good then.
Yeah.
So I want you to look into that camera and just talk to your fans.
Okay, so you know, for the longest time I keep on telling people I'll never get tired of saying thank you. So I want to say thank you to every person that's ever believed in me, and all those people that have a lot of negativity to say. I've got love for everyone. But one thing that we don't do is that we do not talk to people about their existence in a straight and normal way. I like to let you know that, for once, if you can are you able to find a space where material things are a secondary item on your life? Because I've noticed that we're in a space where everything is material driven. We want to make money. We want to have a good car. We want to be in a comfortable place. We'll do everything for money. But have you tried to sit down and think, do you think God created you to do material, to be a material, a person that's driven by material things? Do you think God created you to work and slave for the rest of your life without sitting down and moving people or drawing people closer to Him? So I feel like we have misplaced a lot of things, and I would like you to sit down and go through self-discovery and find the purpose of which you were created for. Because we don't have time. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. You might die today. And if God was to come to you and ask you, did you do any of the things that I created you for? Then it means, your life is doomed. And then to the artists, you have a gift. It's very powerful. It makes you a superhero. So you need to sit down and start becoming more responsible for the gift that you have. If you're going to sit down and start focusing on the clubs, to make a song for the club that will make noise and mislead people, take the people that God created to the left. There'll come a day when Judgment Day will come through and you have to answer for your gift and answer for yourself. What are you going to say when you are asked about the gift that was given to you? So let's do more good than do harm. We have kids that listen to our music, so if you go on these songs and you record rubbish, then it means the next generation is going to be, full of rubbish things, and that next generation could be your kid involved in that space. So how are you going to raise a child that's going to change the world? So let's be more aware of these things that we're doing. I know right now it's fun, you are making noise on radio, but try and look at the responsibility that you have, which is way bigger than the way things are like.
Thank you very much. I like that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so this has been Unwrapped featuring J Rox. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. I think it's been very educational. Like we always say, they entertain us, but we also need to learn one or two things from our guests. Remember to like our Facebook page, Unwrapped with Hellen. Follow links to our YouTube channel so you can watch these episodes as many times as you feel like. And if you have missed, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out anything. From me, your girl Hellen, and the entire crew, it's bye-bye.